What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here. With Godzilla King of the Monsters opening tomorrow, I decided to do my top 10 favorite monster movies. Because there's been some really interesting and cool monster movies over the years. So, with that being said, here's my 10 picks of my favorite monster films. Alright, coming in at number 10 will be Guillermo del Toro's 2013 film Pacific Rim. Now, the kaijus in this all look cool. And Guillermo del Toro, I thought he did a good job at directing this. You also had Idris Elba, Sons of Anarchy boy, Charlie Hunnam was in this. Some pretty good cast members. Charlie Day stole some scenes. You also had Ron Perlman. But it's really what the best part of this whole movie is the kaijus, and the kaijus were just really cool. But, of course, last year they did Pacific Rim 2, which, yeah, we don't talk about that. The first Pacific Rim is the best. The sequel is, whatever. And also you got, the giant robots called, the Jaggers in this, who are, designed to be piloted by two humans locked together in a neural bridge. And you have the robots facing off against the kaijus. Such a really cool film, and if you guys still haven't seen the first Pacific Rim, check that one out. The sequel, you don't really have to bother with. But I still love to, but I don't think it'll ever happen. But man, I would love to see Pacific Rim and Godzilla together. That would be a cool crossover to see, but it'll probably will never happen. Well, maybe not movie form, maybe comic book form, yeah, but. Alright, coming in at number 9 is Lake Placid. Now, the monster in this in question is a giant crocodile. And, yeah, that's what we got here. A giant crocodile. And the crocodile in this looked cool. And, you also have Betty White, who ended up cursing in this. You also had Oliver Platt here. Bridget Fonda was in this. Such a really fun 90s sci-fi film. And they also did a few sequels, which some of them were okay, some of them not okay. But Anaconda versus Lake Placid, it's kind of dumb, but it's fun dumb. But the first Lake Placid is still the best. If you guys still never seen Lake Placid yet, give it a go. It's another good monster movie worth giving a watch. Alright, coming in at number 8 is Cloverfield. Now, Cloverfield is really cool. I mean, it's about like a group of New Yorkers who are like enjoying a going away party, and so during their party, there's a creature the size of a skyscraper descends upon the city, and it's also like a found footage film, so they also capture footage of the monster on their camcorder. It was directed by Matt Reeves, who also directed Let Me In. He did the last two Planet of the Apes movies. And he's also doing the upcoming Batman film. So there's that. I thought this movie was really cool. It was creepy. It was fun. I mean, it was produced by J.J. Abrams, who did a pretty decent job at producing. Really good film. I mean, Cloverfield is a really good one. Then, of course, they did 10 Cloverfield Lane with John Goodman, which was pretty decent. But Netflix, of course, had Cloverfield Paradox. And, yeah, that closed the nail in the coffin of the Cloverfield franchise. But this and 10 Cloverfield Lane are both really good. And, man, that creature, it was like a Godzilla-like creature, but it looked really cool. Alright, speaking of Godzilla, my number 7 favorite is the 2014 Godzilla. Now, even though I, like this one, I kind of already mentioned this a couple times, but despite this movie being pretty good, my big major concern was there was more humans and less Godzilla. Yeah, that was my major concern about this whole film, was we did not get enough of Godzilla. And I've been hearing from early reviews for the new Godzilla movie, King of the Monsters, that there's more Godzilla featured in this than there was in that 2014 one. But Godzilla was still pretty decent. It was directed by Gareth Edwards, who also went on to direct Rogue One. And it was still pretty decent. And the human actors was okay. I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson was good. Elizabeth Olsen, Ken Watanabe, he was awesome in this. Some good cast members, and it was a pretty fun, enjoyable flick. And yeah, if you guys still haven't seen the first Godzilla movie, I'll say give it a go. And there's been other good Godzilla movies over the years as well. Like there's been Godzilla movies since the 1940s and 50s, and there was of course the 1998 Godzilla movie, which I say is a good monster movie, but it's a terrible Godzilla film. Like if you called that 1998 Godzilla something else, like The Killer Lizard or something like that, it'll probably be a pretty decent little sci-fi film, but was not a good Godzilla movie. But there's been like other Godzilla films, like there's Godzilla versus Mothra. There's some Godzilla versus Kong, which of course next year we're gonna see that on the big screen. Look out for that. But the 2014 Godzilla was still pretty decent. Alright, coming in at number 6 is The Ding. Now this is really cool because it's about this beast that can take the shape of human form. So it's up to a resourceful helicopter pilot and the camp doctor, played by Richard Dysart, to find out which one the passages there are like the Ding. The movie is actually a remake of the 1940s or 50 film The Ding from Another World. And this is one of the few remakes that's actually better than the original. The Thing is really good. It's an 80s sci-fi classic. It was directed by John Carpenter, who did a great job at directing. Not to mention, Carpenter directed the original Halloween. He's directed some good stuff. I really enjoyed the Thing remake, and it's a pretty decent one. And of course, like back in 2011, they did like a prequel, which was okay, but the 1982 one is the best. If you guys still never seen the 1982 The Ding, check it out. I think it's another monster movie worth giving a shot. And it's something totally different because it's a monster that's in someone's that takes the shape of a human form. And yeah, that was, I mean, it was like a horror version of Ditto. The Pokemon Ditto. That's what The Ding was kind of like, a horror version of Ditto. Or maybe a horror version of the Skrulls from the MCU. That's what you could probably call them as well. But anyway, coming in at number 5 is Alien. Alien is just a classic. I mean, the alien in question in this is pretty much the Xenomorph. Xenomorph is an awesome character. He's a very creepy, bloodthirsty alien. You got Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, who's trying to take down the alien. You also have Tom Skerritt. The movie was directed by Ridley Scott, who did a great job at directing. This movie got released in the late 1970s. I think 1979, something like that. I think it turns like 40 something this year. But Alien is amazing. It's a 70s sci-fi classic. Sigourney Weaver was great. The Xenomorph looked amazing. Such a really fun, entertaining film. And they also did a few other films, like there was Aliens, which was, I guess it was probably better than the first Alien. Then they did a few other sequels, like Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Predator vs. Aliens, and stuff. But Alien Covenant, I thought was really good. So, yeah, I think the best Alien movies are the first two Alien and Alien Covenant. Prometheus was okay, but anyway, if you guys still never seen the first Alien, give it a go. This movie kind of influenced other sci-fi movies we see today. And if it wasn't for the character of Ripley, we probably wouldn't have heroines like Katniss Everdeen. We probably wouldn't have Sarah Connor. I mean, Ripley really paved the way for female action heroes, and Sigourney Weaver was just terrific here. So definitely check out Alien if you guys never seen it. Alright, coming in at number 4 is The Predator. Now here you got Arnold Schwarzenegger and who's like a soldier of fortune who is hired by the U.S. government to take down this predator in the jungle. And you also got people like Carl Weathers as one of the CIA agent. You got wrestler Jesse Ventura in this. Such a really gruesome, bloody film. I mean, Arnold was great in The Predator. This movie got released in 1984, and it's a sci-fi movie that still holds up today. Since then, we did, of course, got other Predator movies, like we had Predator 2, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator 2, which both were not all that good. And also the Shane Black Predator, which I know lots of people poo-poo on that Shane Black one. I really enjoyed Shane Black's Predator. But the best Predator movie of all time is the Arnold one. It's just loads of fun. And I kind of wish we could see maybe Arnold return as his character again. It'd be cool seeing him take down more Predators. Maybe get Carl Weathers back. I mean, they of course had that cool one of the best handshakes in movie history. Such a really cool movie. And the Predator in this looked awesome. So yeah, definitely give the Predator a shot if you guys haven't seen that. Coming in at number 3 is the 2005 King Kong. Now, kind of like Godzilla, the 2005 King Kong took a while for King Kong to come on screen. Like, you didn't. I mean, this movie was good. Like, it was good, but my biggest problem with it was how long this movie was. I think they could have literally cut out a couple scenes. Because I admit, the first half, wasn't all that great. But when you got to King Kong, it made the movie much better. And it was directed by Peter Jackson, who did a great job at directing. You had Adrian Brody, Naomi Watts was in this, Jack Black, Colin Hanks was in this. Some really good cast members. And it was really cool. Kong looked amazing. I mean, the Empire State Building scene with Naomi Watts was really great. I mean, we've of course had other King Kong movies over the years. Like there was the 1930s version. Then there was one with Jessica Lange in it. Of course, there was Kong vs. Godzilla back in the 60s. But I think the best one is probably the 2005 one. Oh no, Kong Skull Island was still good also. I cannot wait to see how awesome it'll be to see Godzilla vs. Kong next year. But if you guys never seen the 2005 King Kong one, give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, and one of the best cool fights in this was King Kong facing that T-Rex. Maybe one of my favorite fight scenes in a movie. Such a cool scene. Alright, my number 2 favorite monster movie is The Monster from the Deep. That goes by the name of Jaws. Steven Spielberg's iconic masterpiece. I mean, this movie made lots of people afraid to go in the water. It was creepy. I remember watching this. This movie made me not even want to go in the water when I was young. And Jaws is a great film. I mean, it got released in the summer of 1979 or 78, I think it was. One of those two. It was Steven Spielberg's, his first film was Duel, but it was really Jaws that actually put him on the map. And since then, he's directed tons of other great stuff. My number 1 favorite is actually a Spielberg movie. But Jaws is, it's a monster movie. The shark is a monster. It's the monster of the deep blue sea. And you also got a few other, cool actors in this. Like, you had Roy Schneider, Murray Hamilton, Richard Dreyfuss, Robert Shaw. And if it wasn't for Jaws, we wouldn't have other shark movies. Like, The Meg probably wouldn't exist. Deep Blue Sea wouldn't exist. Even the Sharknado movies probably wouldn't exist. I mean, Jaws really paved the way for other great white shark movies. And if you guys never seen Jaws by now, for real, who haven't seen Jaws yet? But Jaws is just the best. It's an iconic film. Alright, my number 1 favorite monster movie. Come on. Dinosaurs are monsters. So my number 1 favorite is Jurassic Park. Another Spielberg movie. Jurassic Park is just an iconic dinosaur film. You got Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Sam Jackson, Richard Attenborough as John Hammond was cool. You had Wayne Knight from Seinfeld fame. Such a great film. It's fun. It's entertaining. The dinosaurs on this look realistic. Like it literally looks like dinosaurs came back from time and appeared in Jurassic Park. They all look real. I mean, I remember when I first saw Jurassic Park on TV, and I was astounding of how great visual effects was. And I actually got to see Jurassic Park on the big screen back in 2013 for like this because I was actually way too young. Like I was pretty much a baby when Jurassic Park got released, so obviously didn't see it in theaters. But I actually once saw it, like when I first saw it, I saw it like on TV when I was when I got a little older, and I fell in love with Jurassic Park. I really like this franchise. Whether it's Lost World Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3 is good. I also like the ones with Chris Pratt in them. These movies are just entertaining. They're fun. Like I said, the dinosaurs all look real here, and I cannot wait to see more Jurassic Park movies. Like the next Jurassic Park film, which is I guess Jurassic World 3, that comes out in June 2021, and I cannot wait to see where they're gonna take this franchise at. I'm still holding my breath that Laura Dern and Sam Neill returns. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it'll be cool. Anyway, yeah, Jurassic Park to me is the best monster movie of all time. I really love the T-Rex in this, and this movie made me fall in love with dinosaurs. Like seriously. But yeah, if you guys still never seen Jurassic Park, what are you waiting for? Check them out. I think you'll enjoy Jurassic Park. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Pacific Rim. 9, Lake Placid. 8, Cloverfield. 7, Godzilla. 6, The Thing. 5, Alien. 4, The Predator. 3, King Kong. 2, Jaws. 1, Jurassic Park. Now, there's lots of other monster movies that got released over the years. Let me do. Alright. The other Alien movies. A Quiet Place had a monster in it. The Blob. Let's see. Definitely not Doom. Lots of the other Godzilla movies. Independence Day. Aliens do count as monsters. Let's see. There's lots of pretty good ones. Tremors with giant lizards. Let's see. Starship Troopers is a good one. Lots of cool monster movies over the years. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite monster movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Sells signing off.